Hello, good day po sa inyong lahat. Magandang araw. Thank you so much for having us today during your training. So, in as much as I would have wanted to spend the day with you today, no, due to several extenuating circumstances, I have to do the training remotely. However, I will try to cover as much as I can, especially on the specific provisions of the employees' compensation program. So anyway, I will not delay any further. I will now proceed with my presentation. So I am Michelle C. Basal po from the Employees Compensation Commission. So doon po sa hindi pa po nakakaalam, ang Employees Compensation Commission po ay isang attached agency of the Department of Labor and Employment. So our head office is located in Makati. However, we do have several regional extension units all over the Philippines. And dito po sa Eastern Visayas, we are currently located at Dole ROA, 13 Martires Street, Tacloban City. So if you do have time or if you do have any urgent concerns, you may visit us through our office. So yun nga po, I am from the Employees Compensation Commission and my topic for today would be the Employees Compensation Program. So my topic would focus on the following: the introduction of what the employees compensation program is all about. What do we mean when we say compensable contingencies? What are the benefits that we can avail under the program? And of course, the recent reforms and policies that ECC or the Employees Compensation Commission has been able to craft, especially in relation to our response to the current situation with COVID-19. No? So anyway, moving forward, what is the Employees Compensation Program? No? Ano po ba itong programa na ito? It is a government program designed to provide employees and their families with income benefits, medical benefits, and other benefits in the event of work-connected sickness, injury, or death. So when we talk about the Employees Compensation Program, yung unang-una po nating iisipin is whether the illness, the injury, or the death was caused by work or the working environment. So later, I will show you how to examine, no, paano ba natin malalaman na work-related itong mga contingencies na ito. So, who are covered? No? Sino po ba ang merong employees compensation program? So for the private sector, all compulsory members of the SSS, regular members or self-employed members ay covered po ng employees compensation program. Sa gobyerno naman po, kami pong mga mandatory members of the GSIS and also our uniformed personnel. Kasama po ang Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Philippine National Police, the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, the Bureau of Fire Protection, and the Philippine Coast Guard. Despite their non-membership to the GSIS, they can still avail of the Employees Compensation Program. Sila po ay covered through the GSIS. So they can file for a claim through the GSIS, but the claim is specifically Employees Compensation Program. So sino po ba yung nagbabayad nito? No? Saan po ba natin ito makikita? Are we being deducted for the contributions? So yes po, we have easy contributions. However, ito po ay hindi binabawas sa ating sweldo. These are sourced out from the employer's contribution every month. So every month po nagbabayad si employer sa SSS. Ito po ay binabawasan ng 10 pesos or 30 pesos per month automatically. So you don't really have to register for the employees compensation program because if you are employed and updated naman po yung payments natin ng ating employer sa ating SSS benefits, then automatically you already have the employees compensation program. Yung exemption lang po dito is that yung self-employed. Kasi si self-employed po, having no employer, then siya po yung magbabayad nitong mga contributions na ito, which is from 10 pesos, depende po sa sweldo, 10 pesos to 30 pesos per month. While in the public sector, it is the government that pays for us. Now, let's go to the compensable contingencies. So, ano po ba itong mga contingencies na ito? Meron po tayong ibang contingencies na pwede po nating ma-file under the Employees Compensation Program. We begin with compensable diseases. So, not all diseases are compensable. Hindi din naman po lahat ng sakit ay pwede po nating i-file sapagkat dapat, again, we go back, dapat po ito ay dahil sa trabaho or sa pinagtatrabahuan caused by work or the working environment. So for the disease, illness, and the consequent disability or death to be compensable, the disease or illness must be in the ECC list of compensable diseases. So, yun nga po, may listahan po tayo ng mga diseases na pwede po nating i-avail through the Employees Compensation Program. So, don't worry because you will get a copy of the list of compensable diseases, or if not, you can actually just access it through our website, which I will be sharing to you a little later. So, pero again, we don't really have to memorize the list. We have a list of 33 compensable diseases, but yung pinaka-importante po dito actually is rule number 3. Other diseases not in the list may still be compensable if employee can establish causal connection through the increased risk theory. So what does the increased risk theory mean? So ibig sabihin lamang po, kailangan lang pong i-prove ng worker na yung kanyang sakit is dahil sa trabaho or sa kanyang pinagtatrabahuan, caused by work or the working environment. So yun po yung lagi po nating tatandaan. Dapat po dahil sa trabaho or sa kanyang pinagtatrabahuan. So yun lamang po ang lagi nating tatandaan. When we talk about the Employees Compensation Program, the illness should be caused by work or the working environment. So how do we even prove that, no? Paano natin ma-establish nga na ang isang sakit is dahil sa trabaho or sa pinagtatrabahuan? So actually ang SSS po ay merong medical evaluator. So it would depend on the requirements that you have submitted, such as the medical certificate, or the medical abstract. So, titingnan po yan, i-evaluate po yan ng ating mga medical evaluators through the SSS whether ang sakit nga po na nasuffer ng isang worker is dahil sa trabaho or sa kanyang pinagtatrabahuan. So, now let's move on to compensability of COVID-19. So, is COVID-19 compensable under the Employees Compensation Program? So, actually po, this year, in April of 2021, the Employees Compensation Commission issued the board resolution, no, determining the compensability of COVID-19 under the Employees Compensation Program. So, officially po, kaya nga po sabi ko, we have a list of 33 compensable diseases. Dahil sa ngayon po, ang COVID-19 is officially included in the list of compensable diseases. Subalit, syempre, kailangan pa rin po nating i-prove na yung COVID-19 po natin is dahil sa trabaho or sa pinagtatrabahuan. No? So we always go back to that. Dahil sa trabaho o sa pinagtatrabahuan. Okay, now let's go to compensability of injury. So, for the injury and the resulting disability or death to be compensable, the injury must be a result of an accident arising out or in the course of employment. So, ito po, dapat work-related din po yung aksidente para yung kanyang consequent disability or injury ay maging compensable. So, meron po tayong very common misconception kasi akala po natin na ang isang injury is only work-related if it actually happened sa ating pinagtatrabahuan, doon po mismo sa ating place of work, which is also correct, of course, kasi nga pwede siyang makonsider na work-related kasi nga doon nangyari sa pinagtatrabahuan. But on top of that, we still have other types of compensable instances for injury. No? So definitely, number one, mabilis po siyang ma-correlate sa trabaho kasi doon nga po nangyari sa pinagtatrabahuan niya. No? So happened at the workplace. But number two is also a compensable contingency or a compensable injury if the accident happened while performing official function. Kung si worker po ay na-aksidente habang ginagawa ang kanyang opisyal na trabaho sa kumpanya. So it doesn't necessarily mean na dapat doon siya mismo sa compound or perimeter ng kumpanya para ma-consider lang po na work-related yung aksidente. It could happen outside of the company premises so long as at the time of the accident, he or she was performing an official task task in relation to his work. So yun po yung lagi nating tatandaan, work related dahil sa trabaho or sa pinagtatrabahuan. Ang pangatlo naman po is accidents outside the workplace but happened while performing an order of his employer. So nautusan po tayo. No, inutusan po muna tayong lumabas. Ni employer may task po tayo, official task na gagawin sa labas by virtue of an authority or of course mandate by our employer, supervisor or manager or any person who has moral ascendancy or who has authority over the employee. Kung meron man pong aksidente na mangyari during this time, that is also compensable. Number 4, going to or coming from work. Ito po, no? Medyo kakaiba siya. Bakit? No, kasi papunta pa lang, pauwi na. Hindi pa nakapag-time in or naka-time out na, no longer included in the regular working hours kasi off-duty siya eh. Papunta pa lang, di pa siya nakapag-time in. Wala pa siya sa official time. Or tapos na yung kanyang official time kasi pauwi na nga po siya. Then, during this time, if an accident occurs, the worker can file for easy claim kasi ang commute time po natin, if an accident occurs during that time, it could also be compensable. So long as wala naman pong diversion sa ruta, wala po tayong dinaanan iba, for example, grocery shopping, no? Kasi for example, if you were on your way to work and then suddenly you decided to do some grocery shopping, then that could also already be considered as a diversion. No? So dapat wala po tayong dinaanan na iba. Next, while ministering to personal comfort. So si worker po, ang very concrete example po nito is dito sa Tacloban City, we had one worker wherein yung nangyari po sa kanya is lunch break. Bumili lang po siya ng ulam sa tapat ng kanilang opisina kasi may karinderya po doon. And then on her way back to the office, kasi doon po siya kakain sa office nila, she got hit by a motorcycle. So take note, it was during a lunch break. She was performing a task outside of her official obligations sa trabaho. Bumibili po kasi siya ng ulam. And number 3, no, off-duty hours kasi lunch break. So was it compensable? Yes, it was considered compensable kasi po pumapasok po siya dito sa while ministering to personal comfort. Yung paglabas po natin pagkain para kumain ng lunch break, during lunch break, or yung pag-CCR po natin, no? Number 6, while in a company shuttle bus, kung si worker po ay naaksidente habang sakay ng kahit anong service vehicle ng company, so long as yung kanyang presence naman po doon sa vehicle is also authorized by the company. Hindi lang po siya nakiki-joyride, hindi po siya nag-horseplay. Number 7, during a company-sponsored activity, kung si worker po ay naaksidente habang nagpa-participate ng any type of company-sponsored activity. However, for the meantime, we do not encourage this one. No, wala po muna tayong team building, wala po muna tayong outreach program kasi for the meantime, we do encourage everyone to keep a safe distance from each other. Social distancing po muna tayo, no? And number 8, death of an employee due to assault. Kung si worker po ay nakaranas ng assault habang ginagampanan yung kanyang trabaho. So, ito po yung mga bagong policies that ECC has been able to issue. So, Board Resolution number 21-03-09, Policy on the Compensability of Disability or Death under Presidential Decree number 626 as amended due to injuries sustained by employees in the public and private sectors while in the performance of their duties or assigned tasks in their residences or dwelling places. So, ito naman po, this emanated from a Supreme Court decision wherein si isang worker, he was on a work from home status, no? Siya po ay naaksidente habang ginagampanan yung kanyang trabaho. But then nasa bahay siya kasi work from home status. In those cases, if the worker has been assigned in a work from home status and he suffers from an accident na part din naman, while performing a task, nakaparte pa rin po ng kanyang trabaho, pwede po siyang mag-file ng Employees Compensation Program claim. Next, Board Resolution number 21-03-08, granting of compensation under Presidential Decree 626 is amended to all covered members and their qualified beneficiaries in the event of disability or death due to inoculation under Republic Act 11525. So yun po. We emphasize the importance of the vaccination program, and ECC is strongly supporting the government's program on the vaccination against COVID-19. However, due to several existing constitutional limitations, no, we cannot actually force you. Ang employer cannot require you to get the vaccination as a ground for continued employment or even a requirement for employment. So hindi po talaga pwede kayong pilitin na magpa-vaccinate. It should be on your own accord. However, we strongly support, no, we strongly encourage that you get vaccinated. And if in the event, no, na we suffer from adverse effects of the vaccine, then we can also file for the employees compensation program. And lastly, board resolution number 21-04-14, conditions in the compensability of COVID-19 under the ECC list of occupational and work-related diseases, or Annex A of the amended rules of the employees compensation program. So yun nga po, officially, ang COVID-19 is now part of the list of compensable diseases. So meron lang po tayong mga exemptions, no? Intoxication. So big no-no din naman po, napapasok po tayo sa trabaho na lasing, no? Or lango sa kahit anumang pinagbabawal na gamot. And of course, if it is found out that it was because of the intoxication, why we suffered from an accident, that could become as an exemption. Or hindi na po tayo ma-approve doon sa ating claim. We can file, but there's a tendency that it could be disapproved. Pangalawa, notorious negligence. Tayo po mismo yung nagpabaya, kaya tayo na-aksidente or nagkasakit. For example, smokers. And then yung mga smoker po ay nag-suffer from hypertension or high blood pressure. So there's a tendency na pwede din pong ma-disapprove yan if it is established through the medical certificate or the medical abstract of the worker na siya pala ay smoker or chain smoker, no? And next, willful intent to injure oneself or another. Si worker mismo yung gustong saktan yung kanyang sarili o ang ibang tao. Okay, now let's go to the benefits. Ano po ba yung benefits na pwedeng matanggap ni worker through the Employees Compensation Program? We have several types of benefits po. Isa-isahin po natin. Let's start with loss of income. No? So, we have 3 types of disability. The first one is temporary total disability, or more commonly known as sickness benefits. Si worker po na nagkaroon ng sakit. Take for example, COVID-19. No? So, generally, ang mandatory quarantine for COVID-19 patients is 14 days. So for those 14 days na hindi po siya nakapasok sa trabaho because of the COVID-19 acquired through work or the working environment, siya po ay pwedeng makatanggap ng maximum of 480 pesos per day of absence. So sa bawat araw po yan. But then, take note, maximum amount po yan. Pwedeng mas maliit pa po dyan. Depende po sa creditable monthly income ni worker. Depende po sa years of service. But then yun, the maximum amount that we can receive through the ECP or the Employees Compensation Program is 480 pesos per day of absence. Next, lahat po ng parte ng ating katawan is insured. Ultimo, pinakamaliit na daliri po, no? So, thumb is equivalent to 10 months, index finger is 8, middle finger is 6, ring finger is 5 months, little finger is 3. Ano po ba yung significance ng months? That's the maximum number of months that we can actually go on a paid leave or may matatanggap po tayong benefits. However, syempre, depende po yan sa disability, depende po sa injury, depende din po sa evaluation ng medical doctor. And one arm is equivalent to 50, one foot is 31, one leg is 46. No, so yun, one. Bakit one? What if pala dalawa? Dalawang arms, dalawang feet, dalawang legs. Ano po bang mangyayari doon? Then if dalawa po yan, aakyat po yan to permanent total disability. In this instance po, medyo severe po yung nangyari kay worker kasi nagkaroon po siya ng complete loss or functional loss, no? Pwedeng nagkaroon po siya ng paralysis, no? For example, nawala po yung kanyang mata or dalawang paningin, naputol yung kanyang dalawang arms, So take note, one arm kanina, 'di ba, 50. Ngayon, dalawang arms, aakyat po 'yan sa permanent total disability. Puwede pong naputol or na-paralyze, 'no, functional loss. Nandiyan pa siya but then hindi na siya nagfa-function normally. If that's the case, the worker is now entitled to receive benefits lifetime, 'no? It could be lifetime if disability remains until death. So puwede niya po itong matanggap, lifetime. No, may mga of course may certain criteria po tayo for that, especially that the worker has not been able to go back to work because of the gravity or severity of the injuries that he or she has suffered. And meron din po tayong medical reimbursement ang mga ginastos po natin, especially if we got hospitalized, 'no. So yung atin po mismong ginastos mula sa ating mga bulsa, out of pocket expenses, but part lang po 'yan, ha, hindi po 'yan totally kung magkano yung ginastos natin is yun na. Meron po tayong table diyan, table of ano, fees, allowable expenses na puwede pong reimbursed under the Employees Compensation Program. And definitely, kung binayaran po yan ng PhilHealth, wala po tayong ginastos sa hospital, then that can no longer be reimbursed kasi out of pocket, yung tayo po mismo yung gumastos. We also have a cash assistance program amounting to 10,000 or 15,000 pesos, depende po kung ito ay disability or death. No? So I will discuss this further with examples. And lastly, if namatay po si worker dahil sa trabaho or sa sakit na dahil sa trabaho or pinagtatrabahuan, may tinatawag din po tayong death with funeral benefits. So, si worker po na namatay, meron po siyang dalawang klaseng survivors. Yung kanyang primary beneficiary ay yung kanyang asawa at anak. If wala po siyang asawa at anak, automatically the benefits will go to the parents. No? So they will be receiving survivorship pension. Each dependent child will also be receiving his or her own pension. Up to 5 anak po yung pwedeng makover nito and until they reach the age of 21. We also have a funeral benefit amounting to 30,000 pesos. And nagbibigay din po kami ng mga rehabilitation services through our accredited hospitals here in all over the Philippines. Dito po sa Eastern Visayas, we actually have 5 accredited hospitals. Nagbibigay po kami ng free physical therapy, occupational therapy, assistive devices, and nagbibigay din po kami ng livelihood amounting to 20,000 pesos. And every time po magpapa-therapy si worker, pupunta po siya sa ating accredited hospital, pwede po siyang makatanggap ng 500 pesos per day para po sa kanyang transportation or meal allowance. So eto na, how do we file? No? Where do we file? So lahat po ng private sector workers and self-employed workers can file for their EC claim sa nearest SSS branch. Well, lahat po ng government sector workers, including uniformed personnel, can file their EC claim at the GSIS branch nearest to the place of work or residence. So ito lang po, emphasize ko po, ha. Ang SSS benefits ay iba po sa Employees Compensation Program benefits. Magkaiba po ng qualifications yan. Si SSS benefits, meron po silang required number of paid premiums at dapat po wala na pong leave credits. Si EC benefits po, yung kanyang requirement is dapat, number 1, may employee-employer relationship, or if not, if self-employed, dapat registered po at updated ang payment. And pangalawa, dapat work-related po yung sakit or aksidente ni worker. We don't have, ang EC po, wala po siyang required number of paid premiums because coverage starts on the first day of work. So sa unang araw po natin sa trabaho, meron na po tayong Employees Compensation Program. So ano po ba yung isasubmit natin? So you just fill out the prescribed forms. You can get the forms from from the nearest SSS branch to your place of work or place of residence, or you can download it through our website. I will show you our website a little later. You can actually download the forms from there. You have to attach the certificate of employment, job description, with job description po dapat. And if it's COVID-19, kailangan po naka-indicate kailan po last nakapasok physically si workers sa trabaho. Medical or hospital records for COVID-19, you have to also add the medical certificate or the quarantine certificate indicating kailan po ba nag-start yung quarantine, kailan po ba natapos, and of course, you also have to attach the RT-PCR test results or the saliva antigen test result, and you have to submit the incident or accident report and of course the EC logbook. So the EC logbook looks like this. You just have to put the name, the date of contingency, kailan po ba nangyari, the place of contingency, saan po ba ito nangyari, ang place, nature of contingency, saan po, ano po ba yung nangyari, no? Is it an accident? Is it an illness? No? Or if it's an accident, anong klaseng accident? Is it a falling accident, a traffic accident? If it's an illness, what type of illness? So if it's COVID-19, you have to put there COVID-19 and the number of days that the employee was absent from work. So if you have additional information, just put it on remarks. And yun lamang po about the Employees Compensation Program. Now, I want to give you some examples on the cash assistance program. So si ma'am po, she's a nurse from Tacloban City. She suffered from COVID-19 last year, no? So she was able to file her easy claim through the GSIS at nakatanggap na po siya ng kanyang sickness benefit. There, she is now receiving her additional 10,000 cash assistance. So yes po, you can file for an additional 10,000 cash assistance for COVID-19 or any other work-related illnesses, injuries. Ang requirement po natin dapat approved na po ang ating claim either sa SSS or GSIS because we have to attach any proof of approval, voucher, static information, any type of proof po na maipapakita po na approve na po tayo yung claim po natin sa EC through SSS or GSIS. We have to attach the RT-PCR test result or the medical certificate and 2 valid IDs po. Yun lang po yung requirement po natin for the cash assistance. And now, si ma'am po is receiving her additional 10,000 pesos cash assistance coming from the Employees Compensation Program. So marami na po silang nakatanggap ng mga benefits since last year. So all of them, most of them are actually for COVID-19 cases, no? And ang prescriptive period po natin is 3 years. No claim for compensation shall be given due course unless said claim is filed with the systems within 3 years from the time of sickness, injury, or death. So yun nga po, within 3 years po dapat may file po natin yung ating claim. So it only means that lahat po ng COVID-19 cases pwede pa po nating i-file. However, take note that that will undergo, hindi po yan automatic approval ha, that will undergo medical evaluation because the medical evaluators will check whether the COVID-19 that you suffered from is actually work-related. The ECP benefits are welcome but ito na po, pinaka-importante sa lahat. Di bali nang hindi ako mabiyayaan ng Employees Compensation Program, wag lang akong magkasakit o maaksidente ng dahil sa trabaho. So, yun lamang po, I'm not promoting illnesses, I'm not promoting injuries, I'm not promoting death. Hindi po okay na mayroong magkasakit ng COVID-19 because of work or the working environment. What I am actually promoting is awareness on the program that in the event that someone does suffer from any work-related illness, injury, or death, alam po natin kung saan tayo pupunta, alam po natin kung ano yung ating gagawin, no? So if you do have any questions, please feel free to contact me through my number 099857407171. You can also call us through our office number which is 0538320140 or email us at reu8@ecc.gov.ph or you can visit our website ecc.gov.ph. Ito nga po, yung forms po natin nasa website, yung list of requirements nasa website din po. So you can just visit our website and you can browse through our website so that you can also get acquainted on the procedure and how to file for claim. So I'm Michelle Basal po from the Employees Compensation Commission. Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras. I hope you learned something from our activity. And in as much as I would want to answer your questions, no? Ang aking pong presentation ngayon is pre-recorded. So asynchronous po tayo. I cannot answer your questions during the presentation. However, I'm leaving my contact details with you guys. So just feel free to text me if you do have any immediate concerns. That's my actual personal number po. So I do respond to texts, no? But if there are certain circumstances wherein I cannot, you may call me no through my number and I will respond to you accordingly. So maraming salamat po sa inyong oras at panahon ngayong araw na ito, and I do hope that you will continue to be safe and healthy wherever you are. So maraming salamat po again to our partners for helping us spread awareness, not the virus, spread awareness regarding the employees compensation program, and I do hope that you will have a safe and healthy day. So maraming salamat po and God bless.